What's up, everyone? How you all doing today? Thank you for joining us at My Cowboys Family. And today's episode, we're going to go over some stuff from last night's third preseason game for the Cowboys, Week 3. And it's going to, not really that much information out there right now, but definitely some things to keep track of. So give me a couple minutes here while we double check all the audio, video, and we will kick this off right. What's up, Snap Johnson? How you doing? First off, make sure the audio sounds all right, guys. If you can let me know how it sounds, I'd appreciate it. Video, I got to fix it a little bit, but it should be all right. All right. So, guys, what's up, Wolf Rider? How you doing? Sorry for that. Fixing the camera here. So, guys, I'll wait for a couple more people to get in here, and then I'm going to start just reviewing some information from last night's game, some updates, injury stuff. It was a very good game last night for the Cowboys as far as preseason goes. It's always good to see the offense clicking. What's up, Purple Gaming? How you doing? It's always good to see the offense just going on all cylinders. Their first full offensive, team. Their first team. What's up, Dano? It's all right. And that's what I'm here for, giving the updates, as much as I can to help you guys out and just letting it flow from my mind into this microphone. So first off, okay. The big news, of course, we want to know about Scandrick. Orlando Scandrick, number 32, our cornerback, starting cornerback, our veteran cornerback, and we're very, very light right now in that area because all of those rookies that we drafted, I think everyone but Marquez White was hurt last night, so they weren't playing. So we really needed, we need Scandrick in there, and he had to play a little more extra minutes last game because we have everybody's injured in the backfield, and everyone's a kind of rookie. Everyone needs as much game playing time in there, and unfortunately, Scandrick had to play a little bit extra last night. He got hurt on a routine tackle. I think he just got hit helmet to helmet, and what happened was he was a little concussed, I guess. Even though today they reported that he did not have a concussion, he did not suffer a concussion, but they just wanted to be, extra certain that there was nothing wrong, and he didn't play the rest of the game after that, which was probably for the best, obviously for the best. Let me just look through here. What's up, Chase? What's up? Wolf Rider again. Hello, Newman. Rack City. What's up, everybody? I appreciate everybody on here right now. Give us a like on the stream. I'm going to try my best to not make this too long, but you know how I go with this. Sometimes I just keep rambling and answering your questions, so it keeps going. Yes. I think everyone's going to school tomorrow on this side. So, anyways, guys, so that was the first thing with Scandrick. He'll be fine, no problem. Jerry Jones, after the game yesterday, said he's going to be fine, and there's nothing to dispute that. So honestly, it looks like we're in good shape as far as Scandrick's injury is concerned. So no fears there about any kind of issues or lingering issues. Now again, any injury, of course, you're gonna want to take precaution. The Cowboys probably will. But when it comes to next week's game at Oakland, I don't see any. I mean, at home against Oakland, I don't see any problems with him being able to perform, assuming everything comes out right, for tomorrow and as they start training camp again and practice. Now, as far as the game, guys, the Cowboys really looked great out there. And that was without Rico Gathers, without Ryan Switzer on offense. The defense looked fantastic. That was without our three, rookie cornerbacks. That's without Sean Lee. That's without, a couple other guys. So, we really played well last night. What's up, Nim? Let me see. Did you see Chaz back? Yes, I did see that play. He pushed the one guy off because it was a draw. It was a draw run. Yeah, it was a draw play, exactly. And he let him go up the field, shoved him with one arm, kept going down the field like Eric Williams used to, like you said. It's both the same numbers. That's kind of funny, huh? And 79. So he pushed the guy out the way, kept running down the field, and blocked another guy out the way. He did a great job yesterday, Chaz. Now, if you guys realize, last night Chaz played only, I think, one drive that he played on. That was that he played at offensive guard, at the left guard, which is the one that we're really trying to figure out right now. Jonathan Cooper, number 64, played left guard, a long time, and he looked really well. I will say a big improvement from him, and that's what we wanted to see, guys. That's one of the guys I wanted to watch because our offense goes as our offensive line goes, and I know Dak, I know Dez, I know Zeke, Witten, and so on. They all can do what we need them to do on offense, and they can, make beautiful plays even with no offensive line. But trust me, guys, for us to be productive this season and to have a winning record, to make the playoffs and have a chance to win the Super Bowl, go to the Super Bowl, whatever, to do all those things, we have to have our offensive line solid. Okay, and right now I think that Jonathan Cooper is fitting in really nicely in that spot right now. Number 64. he's definitely taken a lead in that spot as far as competing with Byron Bell. And Chaz Green, now he seems to be the best guy. He was going to be penciled into that spot, but with his injury, actually gave Jonathan Cooper and Bell a chance to fight it out. And the fact that Cooper is doing so well, and they had Chaz Green playing as the backup tackle to Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith played the first drive, and they obviously scored within a couple minutes. And the Cowboys looked unbelievably great in that first drive. Again, preseason, I know, but once Tyron Smith went out, they had Chaz Green go in, and the reason they had Chaz Green go in is because he's going to be the swing tackle backup, and we're going to need him out there because I hear Tyron Smith's back is definitely acting up. He's definitely going to have some issues probably throughout the season, and we hope that he doesn't miss any games. But if he does, Chaz Green is going to be right there to pick up the slack. So I do think that was a good showing by Chaz Green, of course, but he's going to be playing tackle. He's going to be playing the backup tackle for our team. And I also think that, even better news that Jonathan Cooper did so well yesterday. I was actually surprised how good he did, and I'm just happy to see him doing very well out there. Byron Bell did okay, but nothing like Jonathan Cooper with starters, with the Cowboy starters against the Colts starters. So that was really, really uplifting to see. Our offensive line really solidified there. And again, La'el Collins looked good as well. So everybody looked good. All the starters. I mean, our offensive line is really coming together. And if that works out, I don't care if you have Zeke or McFadden or whoever, we're going to have enough to really do some damage on almost every defense in the league this year. Let me look at some of these questions here. Yeah, Scandrick is okay. That's good, Purple Gaming. Let me try to see if I can get you over here. If I can't, I should be able to get you to mod here. What's up, Cowboys Abroad? Missed you yesterday. How about them Cowboys? LeRae Elliott, what's up, everyone? I'll go ask your questions in a second. Let me just try something here real quick. Purple Gaming, you should be able to mod. So in case you wanted to, there you go. I'll give you that authority. I'm going to look over some of these questions here. Hello, how about them Cowboys? LeRae Elliott. Hey, my cousin said that we're trying to get Joe Hayden. Hey, if we get him for a good deal, he could be somebody that'll be worth it. But again, I have a feeling that we're going to actually probably concentrate on keeping the guys we already have in our stable right now. And again, I hate the fact that we don't get to see Jordan Lewis out there, number 27, a rookie. Chidobe missed. This is his second game, I think. He missed. Second game out of the 3 that he's missed. So we really need him back out there, even though we know he has the skill and talent. Definitely want to make sure he can be out on the field and getting in some more reps. And then who's our other cornerback that we're missing out there? Let me see. I always forget a third guy here, but not that I should. But yeah, not a cornerback, but Xavier Woods. We did not have him in the game last night, and he's our safety, backup safety right now. With the raw talent, I think that he's somebody we have to really keep an eye on. So, I do think that someone like Xavier Woods could pass up Jeff Heath, who last night I think Jeff Heath actually had a decent game for Jeff Heath, but I still, if he had a couple tackles, he hurt one of our offensive running back coaches. So unfortunately, he's done more damage to our team than theirs. But I mean, he did make some tackles, which is a little more rare from him. And he looked okay, but I still need to see more. Me personally, I just need more from him. I don't feel confident with him back there. He didn't really show me anything special last night. So now let's see here. Yes, the live stream. Yes. How about them Cowboys? I checked that out. That was cool. Hello, Newman. Fam, do you know who our leading tackler is this preseason? Joseph Jones. Wow, undrafted. I did not know that. At the same time, these guys that are second and third stringers are going to probably get a lot more tackles. Think about it. I mean, they're playing at least the second half of the game and on. So it's a high possibility that all these guys are going to be, these later picks, these older, these guys that play third quarter, fourth quarter, they're going to get more tackles, more stats, so to speak. I wouldn't read too much into that. Let's see, Rack City. I don't want Joe. We don't need him, and that's what I'm saying. I agree with Rack City in some ways about Joe Hayden. I mean, I do think that he is good. He has talent, and he's gonna be too expensive though. He's gonna be too costly, and I don't think we want to give up too much right now when we have these guys. We're working with these guys right now, and again, the coaching staff knows and sees the rookies, even though they're not on the field on the game day so far. A lot of these rookies, I mean, we already seen what they can do. So they definitely need to get out there against Oakland, against Houston the last week, but I think we've seen enough that we're going to make this team, most of these guys. Now, Marquez White was one of those guys that we had to watch last night, along with Duke Thomas, number 26, Duke Thomas, and Marquez White, number 39. Marquez White did not have that great of a standout game, but Duke Thomas, once again, performed above what I expected. And again, I think he's pushing Marquez White for that last spot, that last cornerback spot, that sixth cornerback could go to Duke Thomas. So be on the lookout for that. Marquez White Might have to be cut and then picked up on the practice squad. We shall see. Let me look at a couple other ones of these. I mean, you guys know my feelings about Kellen Moore versus Cooper Rush. I mean, I've been saying this since week 1 of our preseason, but I've been saying this about Kellen Moore since week 15 of 2 years ago when Romo was out all those games. Kellen Moore looked horrible then. He looks horrible now. And, again, he just keeps looking worse every game. And, again, I'm not saying they're going to cut him because I've been hearing that the Cowboys, the coaching staff loves Kellen Moore. They already penciled him in. They penned him in ink as the backup quarterback, unfortunately. But I still think that, Cooper Rush the last week against Houston in this preseason is going to play the whole game. You're going to really see what he can do then. I think the Cowboys are going to make a very difficult decision during that time. Right now I'm hearing they're going to keep 3 quarterbacks on the roster. We're talking about, of course, Dak, obviously. But they still want to keep Kellen Moore as the backup, and they're stubborn about that. And then they want to, of course, not let Cooper Rush go. That's going to be dangerous. So we'll see. But Cooper Rush, I mean, he just looked fantastic last night once again. I know he's playing against lesser competition, and I've been calling for him to go up there as a second quarterback after Dak, so he can get some reps against some starting and top-notch, defense. So opponents and things like that. Let me see here. I'm going through something. Chase, Kellen Moore falling hard. Rush number. Listen, I agree. I think at this point I'd rather take something the quarterback that we don't know if he can do it in the regular season over the guy we know he can't do it in the regular season, which is Kellen Moore. What's up? Yeah, you're welcome to Purple Gaming. Amy can fly. Hello. Chase, Noah Brown, and Brian Brown will be great. Yeah, I think both guys, because of this situation with the quarterback, because of the situation with Zeke, I think we keep an extra running back here. I think it sounds like they're going to keep Hannah as well. I was kind of doubting that a little bit, but I think they're going to definitely, Hannah's almost definitely on the team, which is he's our blocking tight end, number 84. He didn't have any really good games the last couple weeks, but I will say that if we keep him, we're solid at the blocking tight end. Rico Galler's a little bit flaky on the blocking part of things, but again, obviously running routes, catching the ball, he's fantastic. So you're going to see him on the team as well. And you have Jeff Swaim, who is kind of like he's more versatile than Hannah. So that's the thing. I favor Swaim over Hannah, but I'm hearing the Cowboys are going to keep all 4 guys. So if they keep 4 tight ends and they keep 3 quarterbacks and we keep 4 running backs and a fullback, I mean, how much room do you have for 6 receivers? And we're really deep at the receiver spot, so that is the key. I think that's where we might see Noah Brown cut, and definitely Brown. The other Brown is going to be cut. So, I mean, it's going to be tough. I don't know, guys. What's up, Tobias, Argentina? Nice to see you on here. LeRae Elliott, I'm glad to see Jalen Smith play. Oh, man, it was awesome to see Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith played so well last night. For everything he's gone through, a year and a half with torn ligament, 3 different torn ligaments in his knee, his nerves getting in his knee to his bottom of his leg getting severed, and they're growing back. I'm telling you guys, I do believe that Jalen Smith, his confidence is gaining every second. So the fact that he's out there playing, and after such a major injury, is amazing. So look for him to really be pushing it to get some more playing time, not just in the preseason, but in the regular season too, guys, sooner than we expected maybe. So that's a great sign. If we get him out there, he looks like a Pro Bowler in a year or two for sure. So I love Jalen Smith out there. Now, as far as what did he do, as far as to pass him up, I mean, from when I saw Duke Thomas, he was around the ball constantly. Duke Thomas, I mean, I actually wrote some stuff down on him. I think he did better than Marquez White last night. He's probably going to he's fighting for that 6th cornerback spot. But his instinct, Duke Thomas's instinct, is better than Marquez White's as of right now. Duke Thomas is always around the ball. I mean, all the time he's around the ball. If you see him, they're missing tackles. He's running. They cut back around the other way, and there's Duke Thomas. They go deep. There's Duke Thomas. Duke Thomas did blow one pass, though. I will say that he did blow a deep pass that led to a touchdown late in the 4th quarter. It was just it looked like he just blew the coverage there. Not sure if it was his fault or the safety's fault. Either way, he had one bad play, but he had a lot of good plays. So I like the fact he's running all over the place there. I know Cooper is a lot like Dak in some ways, but I think he's more like I don't know. He reminds me more like a Carson Wentz. I'm not saying his skill-wise. I'm not comparing that. I'm just saying that his size and the way he stands in the pocket, he seems like that kind of quarterback. So let's see. How about the Cowboys? Kellen Moore. People forget how he played Panthers second defense. Josh Norman. It was good. Veteran backup. You guys are sleeping. Again, Luke McCown. He even played last night. Sorry, how about them Cowboys? But Luke McCown's not going to make the team. He's just there to give some time off to Dak and some guys during practice. Sorry, man. I mean, I had some hopes that he would be pushing for the second spot because we need that veteran leadership at the backup quarterback. But especially now, Dak, he's basically second year, even though he's a starter. You have Kellen Moore, who's far from a starter in my eyes, and even bad as a backup. So, and then you have Cooper Rush, who's is a rookie. So it would make sense for Luke McCown to try to make a push for that, but he hasn't, and he's not going to. Rack City, he's chill. Vaughn Glenn, say goodbye to Noah Brown. And that's the thing, Vaughn. That's what I don't want to. I don't want to cut him. I hope they can find a way to sneak him on there, at least keep him a couple weeks extra with all the suspensions and maybe an injury or two. That's the only way we're going to be able to really keep Noah Brown. But I can't see him. I just can't see the Cowboys letting him go. It'd be a lot to lose. I'd definitely rather lose more than Noah Brown. Just letting you guys know about that. My opinion. Chase. Now, it's hard to tell who's a strong rusher behind Elliott with all the fumbles and mishaps. Smith could be a contribution. I mean, Rod Smith definitely. He's playing against lesser competition, but Rod Smith's made the team. With his special teams, his ability, he's our biggest back. His ability to catch out of the backfield, he could play fullback. He's so versatile. He's definitely on the team. As far as Morris, I think he had a down game. Overall, I know he had a good run, 18-yard run. It looked really good on a couple plays, but for the most part, I think we need more. We need McFadden to not fumble. But I think that will improve in the season. I think we'll be okay with the guys we have. New York Giants for life. NYG for life. Who the hell won? Cowboys won. Who the hell cares, honestly? It's just preseason. We won because our injury was just one, and it was Orlando Scandrick, and he was fine. So in that sense, that's what I call a win. And again, the way we played looked fantastic. That's another win. So, those are the wins. I don't care. We could lose 50-0. As long as we show well with our starters and our depth, I'm happy. And no injuries, of course. Let's see. Mark Holmes thought about Kaepernick now. Maybe I get him to talk about Luke McCown. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. You can see if you could get him to talk about that. But I still like Cap. I still think he fits our offense the best as of right now. Even better than Cooper Rush. I think Kaepernick would be better in the sense of as our number 2 backup right now, this moment. How confident do you feel with Cooper Rush going in there against first stringers and battling it out? So it's going to be interesting. Yeah, Purple Gaming. Jalen Smith did play great in this first game, and it's been over a year. It's been a year and a half, so that's fantastic. So let's see, Tobias. Receiver, Dez, T. Will, Beasley, Switzer, Butler. Those 5 definitely are in, definitely. The only one that's left is Noah Brown. Will he make it? Will there be enough room? Will there be enough suspensions, injuries, whatever, to have extra spots on the team so we can squeeze him in there? I hope so. Mr. Wright, Deshaun Watson, the next Dak Prescott. I mean, we'll see what happens. Again, it's just the beginning. I wouldn't say that yet. Nobody's been Dak Prescott ever, before or after Dak, so far. And it's going to take a while, I think, before anybody else gets close to that. Thank you. Yes, I'm almost at 200. We are almost at 200 subs. We appreciate it, guys. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the little bell thing that notifies you when we have live streams. And or we post videos, which we will be doing again soon. But also hit the like button for this video, guys. I appreciate it. Any little help, any little bit you guys do will help. And then we have 6 spots open on our fantasy football team, fantasy football league, 20-team league. We have 14 in it. We need 6 more before we get it going. And it's going to be the draft is September 2nd. Might do a quick video this week, more about the fantasy football league and kind of the highlights of it, the differences between that and normal, I guess, everyday standard fantasy football leagues. But either way, guys, keep on the lookout for that. The link is in the description, and it's also streaming at the bottom here in case you need to see it. Let's see here. Cowboys abroad. Yes, I agree. Noah Brown would be a mistake. And I agree with you, I'd rather go short and either drop Swaim or Hannah. But I'm hearing we're keeping 4 tight ends. So that means Noah might be gone. I don't know. I think we can sneak Swaim or Hannah through waivers. Maybe. I would rather cut more. Now, how about them Cowboys? I'd rather cut Moore, who has been terrible. But unless the Cowboys go, he must stay on the team. And that's the thing. Again, that's the thing. The Cowboys, they trust him. So I don't know why, but the coaching staff, I guess, for some reason, they're keeping him. Vaughn Glenn, Cooper Rush equals Kevin Sweeney. We shall see. Cowboys football news. What's up? Hannah can block. He's a huge. And again, I agree with you on that too. You see, so Hannah. So you can't lose Hannah. I'd rather have Hannah over Brown. And that's the key, guys. And that's why I love these discussions, because you see both sides. I see both sides of this. I see both sides of this, and I definitely can see why we keep Hannah. We need our blocking tight ends, guys. That's what makes our whole offensive run. That's how it makes Zeke get what he gets, and then the other guys too. We got McFadden and Morris. Assuming Morris is on the team still. When you got you have Rod Smith back there pounding it out. I'm telling you guys, we need these blocking tight ends. So Madden comes out one day, yes, and I'm gonna get my copy, but it's I'm getting mine on Tuesday or whatever, Thursday, because I'm not getting the pre-order stuff. I'm just gonna get it the day it actually is supposed to come out, on 25th. So I'll see you guys. If you have the PS4, I'll see you guys online. Let's see here. Cowboys brought old question revisited. Frazier over Heath. Not yet, but I do have him down here. Frazier had a better game last night. Heath had an average game. For Heath, it was an okay game. But Frazier, in my opinion, still has a lot of room of improvement. He did look better last night. He's fantastic on special teams, and hence that's why he can squeeze in there and make that fourth safety spot behind Xavier. Or actually Xavier probably be the fourth guy. So we shall see what happens with that group. How about them Cowboys? Also, I wonder how they give Cooper Rush a chance, not Luke McCown. I know. I was surprised a little bit about that too, but Cooper Rush has solidified himself. So, I mean, it's going to be hard for Luke McCown to even see the light of day when it comes to these preseason games. Maybe the last game of the season. Now, Cowboys abroad, like the Smith brothers, yeah. I mean, what more can you say? Rod Smith looked like Zeke out there, like a Zeke Emmitt Smith combination out there, and then and then you have Jalen. I mean, we can't say enough about him. I mean, to come back after a year and a half to do what he did yesterday and to play with that confidence, it's just going to help him, and it's going to make our defense so much better when he's in there playing more frequently during the regular season. And that's going to take a little time still, guys, but we're going to ease him in, but he'll be there soon. Don't worry. 16 watching and 10 likes. Hey, what's up? That's good. I appreciate that, Vaughn. Thanks for the update on that. I can't really check it constantly. I'm just answering you guys' questions and kind of reading off my update paperwork here. So, but guys, again, hit like if you're watching now. Hit the like button at the bottom. It helps, I guess, promote the stream and the channel. So I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Chaz, Jalen Smith and David Irving side by side. Oof, man, can you imagine? Side by side, no, because David Irving plays on the defensive line. Jalen Smith plays linebacker. But yeah, when Smith comes in on a blitz or Irving has to drop back, and he does do that sometimes. It'd be nice to see again. But they will be side by side on defense eventually when Irving comes back after 4 games. LeRae Elliott, people said that Dak can't throw the ball deep. Oof, I don't know who said that, man, because I know they have said that, but they're wrong because he has not only has a deep pass, but it's so accurate. I mean, that pass to Dez for that touchdown, I mean, he was covered well. And again, guys, number 88. 88. Dez Bryant, man, last night, I got to say, he did fantastic. I mean, he looked like his Pro Bowl self. Didn't he, guys? I mean, that felt good to see him out there. I don't even care about the defense. I'm saying he caught the ball. He ran with aggression. He ran strong. He ran confident. He made great catches. He wasn't bobbling the ball in his catches anymore. I mean, he's looked very good this training camp and last night's preseason game. He looked fantastic, obviously. And Dak's passes, I mean, you can't say much more about that. He looks like he's better than he was last season. He just looks more confident, stronger, leaner, faster, smarter. Guys, the NFL's not – they don't even know. These other teams don't know what they're in for. Let's see here. Now, Vaughn Glenn says, can you sneak Noah Brown through the waivers? He's just a guy. Well, I don't know if we can. We shall see, though, if they cut him. We shall see. But, if he gets through, we're getting him. I don't think he'll sneak through waivers. I think someone's going to pick him up. Dallas Cowboys football news. Heath is booty. He is special teams ace and nothing more, and that's the problem with Heath. That's why, do you keep Heath in there? Do you keep Frazier? I mean, they probably both will make the team, but I don't have confidence in either of them. But Heath, I just as a starter, I see he's lesser to me because he's a starter in that way. Cowboys fan 0309, what's up, man? How you doing? Again, Cowboys fan, and anybody else out there, hit subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit like on this video stream. It helps promote the channel. And you can join our Fantasy Football League there at the bottom, all the information and the description below. We have about 6 teams, 6 openings left on that league. Hello, Newman. Luke McCown is better than Cal. And I agree. Luke McCown, I think, I would like to see them just face off in one preseason game, just them two, for who could be the third quarterback. And I would say that Luke might beat out Kellen Moore. Moore might be our 4th quarterback, and if we were to rank them right now. Mr. Wright, let me see. I want Xavier Woods, and this is Rack City here. I want Xavier Woods at strong safety. I agree. He tweaked up his hamstring, I think, and it's unfortunate he could not play last night. I was really looking forward to seeing him out there, but I do think that you guys see him against Oakland. I think he's going to be playing aggressive and just being the usual Xavier Woods we've been seeing the whole training camp and in the first 2 preseason games. Mr. Wright, I'm ready to see Jordan Lewis and Ryan Switzer along with Awuzie. And I agree, guys. That's one of the things I was talking about here. We have not seen Jordan Lewis. He's hopeful now. I want to give you that update. He is hopeful for next week at about time, right? He's hopeful that he's going to return next week. He can return punts as well. So is Switzer, very, very hopeful. Almost positive he's going to show. He's going to be playing at Oakland. I mean, the Oakland game as well. And so is Cheeto and Xavier Woods. Both those guys are going to probably play against Oakland. Guys, next week's game is a big one in the sense of it's like a dress rehearsal type game. It's going to be at home. It's going to be in Big D. So, we're going to probably have all our offensive guys out there. And again, Jerry Jones even said he's not going to be surprised if Zeke's out there a couple of times for a couple of plays. So, guys, look for him out there, too, maybe this weekend, this next weekend, I guess upcoming Saturday for the Oakland game. But don't be surprised if our entire offensive team and defensive team, all the starters are out there playing for a quarter. And, they might take out some of the, like Tyron Smith and Zeke. They might take them out a little earlier. But don't be surprised if you see him in there for a good chunk of time in that first half of the week, next week's game against Oakland. But yeah, I think we'll see all those guys out there unless there's any, we got to see a training camp goes and the practices go. But if there's nothing major that occurs, no re-aggravations, no other tweaks, I think you're going to see all these guys out there. They need to get out there. I spoke about Dak to Dez. I mean, that was just beautiful. The 2 connections they had yesterday was fantastic. I think Dak only had 1 incompletion, and it was knocked down. So it wasn't even a bad pass or a drop catch. It was just knocked down. So good defensive play. But Dak looks so impressive last night. They would have had 2 touchdowns if it wasn't for McFadden's fumble. So I already discussed Jonathan Cooper. I think he solidified that left guard position, guys, and that's the best news. One of the better pieces of news from last night's game to take away. I mean, Jonathan Cooper, I think he just beat out Byron Bell for that spot. I think Chaz Green is going to be solidified as our backup tackle because we can't trust him because Chaz Green gets injured all the time. So if we have Tyron Smith and he needs to take a game off, I feel confident enough for at least a game to have Chaz Green, taking over for Tyron Smith at the left tackle if need be. They both looked good last night playing next to each other after Tyron Smith left. So good news about number 64, Jonathan Cooper, and solidifying our offensive line, our last piece of that puzzle. Jalen Smith played great. Again, I want to go. No, I'm not going to bother with Cooper. But he had good control, and he had good balance. That's a very good thing to see from Jonathan Cooper. Jalen Smith played very good. Of course, defense was. Don't you guys agree? The defense was playing aggressive, hitting hard. Just all over the field, flying out there. I love the new attitude by the Cowboys defense this season. It looks great. I think it's the young guys too. What's up, Bobby J. Johnson? Yeah, I know. Tobias. I know Jerry Jones loves more, unfortunately. We need more from Moore. Vaughn Glenn, Kellen Moore is valuable to Dak. Cooper is not this time. I guess a little bit more valuable in that sense to Dak because he's he's been in the league a little longer, a little more veteran, but a little more of a veteran. But honestly, again, Vaughn, I don't know because see, Kellen Moore, I guess in that sense he could be helpful to Dak, but I don't think that's worth keeping a spot just so he can mentor him. A quarterback that's not even done that much in the league. Now let's see, Cowboys abroad. Brown doesn't slip. That's true too. I like that. Joe Martinez, what's up? I hope we can see these rookies soon. I can't wait to see the offense. I know. I can't wait. And that's going to be a true test next week at home against the Raiders. They're going to have a lot of their starters out there for playing a long time. It's going to be the best test of the preseason is going to come up next week. Hey, by the way, guys, that game is, I think, is 8 o'clock Eastern right here. We're going to be doing the same thing we do every week, every game. Live streaming with the family, all right? And we're going to watch it, and hopefully you guys can tune in here, 8 p.m. Eastern, this upcoming Saturday, Cowboys, Raiders. Let's see here. Kellen Moore is better than McCown. Yeah. Again, I almost rather to see that, the Cowboys abroad. LeRae Elliott, Lee and Smith team, better be ready with them. Well, yeah, no, exactly. That's another thing, man. We haven't seen these guys, together on the field yet. Sean Lee, Jalen Smith, Hitchens. When you get them all together, man, it's gonna be great. I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. Let's see here. Yeah, I know Vaughn Glenn, Kellen Moore, and Mark Sanchez helped Dak. I agree, but who helped Dak the most last season? Tony Romo. And honestly, he's the main guy who helped him last season. Let's see here. Joe Martinez, Mack versus Larrell Collins. I know. Larrell Collins and Jamil Mack must see TV for sure. And that's going to be interesting. That's going to be a great test for Collins. And again, I think other than the first game against the Cardinals, the Hall of Fame game, he looked really good. Really, really good against the last 2 games. He looked really bad in that Cardinal game, but he looked really good the last 2 weeks. And that's number 71, Larrell Collins, currently starting right tackle. Let's see here. Yeah, I know. It's not saying much either way about Cowboys abroad. I know, not saying much with Kellen Moore or McCown. Whoever's better than whoever. It doesn't even matter. Tobias, offense is ready. Just play 1 series against Oakland. Don't risk an injury. I definitely agree with that. I wouldn't be upset about that. But usually dress rehearsals usually involve a longer time with the starting team. I will say, though, maybe 1 drive with all of them. And as a second drive and third drive, you'll see some like Tyron Smith go out, maybe Zeke go out, maybe Witten go out. And then I think you see Dak for a couple drives, and then he'll go out. But you still have some starters going into the all the way to halftime. Let's see here. Mr. Wright, I have a sneaky feeling that we hit big on Jalen Smith and Rico Gathers. 2016 will go, definitely one of the best draft classes as of right now. It's looking good. And I can't wait. Again, guys, we didn't have Rico on the field this week. So next week, with his concussion, he seems fine. He'll be back out there. As I said about Orlando Scandrick and his almost concussion, I think that they ruled it. They just wanted to take the precautions and make sure they didn't put him back in. They just used the excuse of basically, protocol, concussion protocol to get him out. That's why he was slamming his helmet on the field. He didn't want to leave the game, but he wasn't injured, and that's, I think, what he was upset about. In the end, though, thank goodness that they just take him out. It's not worth it in preseason, and I don't care how much he wants to play. We need to save all our defensive guys and to keep them healthy. Let me see here. Jet, I agree with Martinez as well. Let's see. Offense looked great. Imagine Switzer and Rico, and that's another guy for next week, guys. Ryan Switzer. He's gonna be out there returning punts. Hopefully being in the slot, and hopefully maybe even playing that Dunbar position like Cole Beasley was playing that this past week in training camp. He was playing that running back, third down running back. That was Cole Beasley doing that. Watch for Switzer taking over that role, especially as the season continues. I think you're going to see a lot of Switzer in that place, in that position, and catching the ball like a running back out of the backfield. So look for that to add to the offensive, playbook. Let's see here. Chaz. Are there any going to be introducing the new safer helmets this season? I'm not sure, but I know that I think they've already introduced them. It looks like they have a new design to them on a lot of these. What's up? Meet the Mets. Actually, speaking of Game of Thrones, I know, great episode, guys. Watch it. If you've been watching Game of Thrones, I know I'm diverting from football here, but I will say it was a great episode. I got to see the early release, the leaked version, which was exactly great quality. I watched it earlier in the week, somewhere. And it was fantastic. I had to watch it again just to enjoy that. That was a great episode tonight. Tobias, don't spoil that. I'm watching it later. I won't say a word, but trust me, you will not be disappointed. Purple Gaining, don't curse. Was that me? I curse? Sorry. Meet the Mets. It was crazy. Exactly. Giant fan of myself. Finally agree on something. Rack City, nope, never saw episode 1. I don't like fantasy stuff, guys. I don't like fantasy and like dragons and that kind of garbage, but that old medieval time kind of thing. I'm not into that, but I gotta admit it hooked me. And once I started watching it, and this is like last year, so I just started watching it last year, and I watched it all the way to get to this point now. So it's fantastic. It's a great show. Even if you're not a big fan of this kind of stuff, that kind of theme, it is a good show. So I'm done with the Game of Thrones talk, though. Come on, this is football talk, guys. Let's see here. Vaughn Glenn. Brian Broaddus had Kellen Moore, Mark Sanchez helped Dak Moore, and Tony. Really? Well, I'm surprised. No, Broaddus is a pretty good guy to get information from, and I'm surprised that he said that. But all right, we'll see. I mean, I think Romo was the guy I saw out there constantly, like really with Dak, and I think Dak. I'm interested to see what Dak said about that. Meet the Mets, man. It's so damn good. You got to get it is. Let's see, Mr. Wright. I think Sanchez was the biggest help for Dak personally. I mean, listen, guys, if he was, fantastic. Do you think you keep someone on the roster that you really don't need to help Dak now? The rest of this season, I think he's got full control of this team, and that's my opinion right now. As of right now, maybe last season, yes. Maybe last season we need someone like Kellen Moore, but this season, I think Dak's the man. He's got that confidence, that swagger, that we're good to go. Joe Martinez, I'd like to see Lewis versus Cooper or Crabtree. It's going to be awesome. He will definitely. I'm hoping to see Lewis next week, and Crabtree and Cooper will be out there. Cowboys are broad laughing. Mr. Wright, no Eagles, Giants, Trolls tonight. They must have their pooping pants. That's a good one, Mr. Wright. I like that. That's a funny one. How about them Cowboys? Meet the Mets. Oh, yeah, maybe we can do a collab next year. You guys work on that if you want. One of these days I'm going to do some of those Google Hangouts. I'm going to try to work it into this chat, and we can have all, whoever wants to join into the chat, direct voice chat or video chat if you guys want. We can try to work something of that in the near future. Let's see here. Meets the ending of the time because the first drive. Because the first drive shut everybody up. I agree. That definitely shut even the Cowboy doubters up. The Cowboy fans that are doubting the Cowboys right now. It shut everybody up for sure. And again, it's just preseason, and I know the Colts don't have that great of a defense. Not even sure how many starters they had, although I know they had a bunch. But I will say that I just like the way we looked. It's just really the confidence level goes through the roof when you see something like that. And Meet the Mets is always on here, guys. So he's a Giants fan. There's also a couple Eagle fans that are always on here. There are a couple still around that are wearing their diapers. They all got messy diapers right now. I'm just joking. I'm giving you guys crap for that. It's preseason. In the end, guys, it's just preseason. Let's not get too crazy about it. Bryce Butler's having Chase Benavidez asked, what do you think about Bryce Butler? Bryce Butler's doing fantastic. He's our what is he? Our fifth receiver, our fourth receiver? And I don't even know how we're gonna get him on the field out there when you have Switzer as our fifth. So but again, he is fantastic. I think one of these days he could, if he could get his blocking up to par and improve it, I think he could take over for Terrence Williams one of these days. I like the way he can catch that ball, and like the way he's lanky and get around the field, and he can hit that. He can catch the ball anywhere around him, in any kind of radius around wherever his hands can get, that he can catch that ball. How about them Cowboys? Mr. Wright, you got a great moderator today. Yep. You were great as moderator. Yep, that's true. All you guys are great moderators today. Thank you, guys. On this one, too. Thank you, yes. Joe Martin, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but it feels good to see the offense move the ball right on the field. I know, about time, right? I mean, that's a thing, too. And without Zeke, of course, even better. But the fact that the whole preseason, we have not seen our offense, led by Kellen Moore, move anywhere. We've had struggles the whole preseason with him. So it's finally good to see that our offense still works, okay, and nothing to freak out about. Even without Zeke, we're still in good shape, guys. You guys can smack talk it. I feel that's funny. I don't mind it. Frankie G, what's up, Frankie G? First off, what's up? Nice to see you back on here. What do you think about Noah Brown? Dirty play? Didn't like it. Rookie deal there. Again, he's just, I hear this a lot about training camp and practice, especially in, preseason. These guys hitting each other. They're hitting their own guys the whole time. And after a couple of weeks, it just like it builds up. So I'm not saying, I'm not excusing it. Noah Brown did a stupid play. I wish I could find him or something. But at the same time, it's a rookie mistake. They threw the flag. He's going to hear a mouthful from the coaches and move on. Let's see if he doesn't make the dumb mistake again. I do think he had a great game, though, again. And I think he's just having game after game. We cannot let him go. And even though I'm hearing that it's going to be a bubble situation with Noah Brown. Let's see here. Meet the Mets. Look good. Can't drive. Can't hate. But let's be honest. It was right. You guys are not the Colts. Meet the Mets. You guys are the Giants. And you guys are going to be more difficult. It's also not going to be preseason. But also, we're going to be ready as well, and our defense looks pretty decent out there. I will say, for a bunch of young guys and a bunch of guys that are hurt, and they're flying around the ball like, ball hawks. I love it. Let me look down here. Prediction, Cowboys 20, Giants 13. I said, if we don't have Zeke, I think it's going to be like 21-20, 21-17 Cowboys. I was predicting with Zeke, if it's a close game, it'll be like 24-20, 24-17. With Zeke, and we have a good game, I think it's like 31-21 or something like that. But again, guys, I'm throwing these numbers around. Figure we don't have Zeke. I think it's going to be a close game no matter what. With Zeke or without Zeke, no matter what the Giant fans think or not, I think it's going to be a close game. Now, let me see. Rip to Tyrod Taylor. Yeah, I know. Anquan Bolden retired again, within 2 weeks? That's crazy. LeRae Elliott, Dallas playing like they got chip on their shoulder this year, and they should. And they should have that feeling because they did fantastic last year. They really didn't lose. I think they've improved a little bit on defense with our rookies and the new young blood we got back there. Now, let's see here. The no huddle. I want to see more of that, though. I love that. I've seen it in training camp. I liked it, but I wanted to see more. Meet the Mets. The score is the other way around. Yeah, I think Meet the Mets is definitely pumping up the Giants a little bit too much. 34 points, yeah, not going to happen. Not against. I know you guys have a good we have a bad defense so far that we think. But, again, I think you guys are overestimating that Eli overthrowing, half his passes. They're going to get picked this year. Let's see. He's going to have 700 yards passing. maybe after week 7. Eli will have a total of 700 yards passing. Let's see, Frankie G, everyone's laughing, exactly. You act like y'all beat us by 50 last year. I know. A total of 4 points the Giants won. A missed field goal and another field goal that was not attempted because Terrence Williams didn't get out of bounds. I know, Meat. It's okay. I know he's just joking around over there. Let's see. Up at the Cowboys. Okay, you guys, let me see if I have anything else, guys, because I do have to wrap it up. It's late Sunday night here, and tomorrow starts a new week. Let me see here. Again, I talked about the defense hitting hard, Swaim. Now, hey, I wanted to say about my favorite player, Stephen Paya. Not my favorite player. He's my dark horse player. He played a lot more last night because Cedric Thornton was not playing, number 92. But number 55, Stephen Paya, he disrupted some plays. On that play that I think Scandrick knocked the ball in the air, it was rushed because of Stephen Paya pushing the center and the guard into the quarterback, and he had to release it back. You guys noticed that? Paya was wrecking the plays. He didn't really break in and get through, but he definitely disrupted almost every play from the snap. I love the way he plays, that guy. He's just so quick off the snap, and I don't know. Tell me what if you guys remember seeing him yesterday. You probably didn't see him do much because he was just blocking. Remember, guys, they went 3 and out almost every drive in the beginning. Stephen Paya was a big part of that, along with the defensive line and Jalen Smith. So I mean, you guys, you gotta love the way that they're playing. At least that front line looks a lot better, a lot more aggressive this season than last season as well. Alfred Morris, I discussed him already. He had a 5.5 yards average last night, so not a bad day. But again, did he do enough to make the team? I mean, we might have to keep him because of the Zeke situation. But if it's between Alfred Morris and trading him and keeping Noah Brown, or keeping Alfred Morris and then cutting Noah Brown, what would you guys do? Let me know about that. I talked about Duke Thomas. I think he did very well. Jeff Heath I talked about, and Kevin Frazier I talked about. So guys, that's pretty much all the updates right now. Any last comments or questions? I'm down to answer, but then it's gotta be go time for me. Now, yes, Hillman's not making the team. He only had like 4 carries yesterday. He's number 34. Unfortunately, I think he has some potential, but he just not have enough time to meet that potential. So I agree, Joe Martinez. Takeaways are going to be up a little bit this year. I mean, last year we were dropping interceptions and missing out on fumbles. Even though we did that this preseason as well, we missed out on a bunch of fumbles. But I do think that our defense is just going to go crazy. I mean, again, we're going to blow some plays, yes, and I'm sure Eli will probably catch another deep pass to Odell, but it's not going to happen every time, guys. And Eli's going to throw picks, and other quarterbacks are going to throw picks. Our guys are ready to roll. We have a great defensive coordinator, and I have I don't want to be overconfident, but I do have more confidence in our defense than I did a couple weeks ago. And I think all Cowboy fans feel that way, and I think all anti-Cowboy fans can see that, okay, maybe they're not going to be as horrible as we first thought. But let's see. It's just preseason. Let's see here. Hillman goes, facts. Yes, meet the Mets. Let's see, meet the Mets. Next thing we know, Odell won't be able to catch the pass in bounds. Let me see here. Hey, Patrick, what's up? Another Giants fan / Cowboy fan. He's a Giants. Patrick Pacheco is a Giants and Cowboys fan. Think about that. So okay, hello Newman. Thank you for that. See, that's the way I see it. I agree with you. If you had to pick between those guys, I say trade Morris, get a 5th or 4th round draft pick, and keep Noah Brown. I mean, I'd cut Kellen Moore and keep Morris. That's what I'd do, but probably won't happen. Yeah, Patrick, I'm gonna be gone here in about 5, so I'll give you 5 minutes. How about them Cowboys? I think Alfred Morris would have to go. Unfortunately, and again, he's a starter for some teams as a running back. So, unfortunately, I think that he's going to be the guy cut, and so is Hillman. But if they keep, they probably will cut someone like a Morris after Zeke comes back from his suspension. That's probably what you'll see more than just Morris cut the day of the 53. So, we'll see what happens with that. I know Thornton. I mean, that's the thing. Same here for me, Mr. Wright. Thornton does not seem. I mean, something's off with him. I know he's a former Eagle, and aside from that, it just seems like he's just not done that great last year for us. He's not doing much this year in training camp. He has a little flash here and there, but I mean, right now, Stephen Paya, there's no comparison within him and Thornton. There's no comparison. There's no comparison with him and Malik Collins. So those are our starters right there, guys. I don't care what the people saying or the announcers saying or even DallasCowboys.com saying. Eventually, Paya and Collins are going to be our center starters, the defensive tackles, with David Irving in the rotation, wrecking havoc when we go to a 3-4 to a Deacon defense, and we get that 4th linebacker running up on the line like a Jalen Smith or a Hitchens. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be exciting, guys. You're over Noah Brown there? How about them Cowboys? Noah Brown caught a touchdown yesterday. How can you be over him? Meet the Mets. Jalen Smith is next Ray Lewis, according to some of you dopes. I didn't say that. Meet the Mets. I know some other guys might. I just take it easy. Look, it's nice to see him back on the field after a year and a half. He definitely has the potential. You can't doubt that. And it's the first step in still many long steps to take. He already went through a million long steps to get to this point, which is fantastic and unbelievable in a lot of ways. At the same time, he's got a long way to go. So he still has to, be worked into the defense, and he will be. By midseason, by the time we play the Giants the second time, you'll see Jalen Smith out there. Barring any injuries or anything crazy, he'll be out there starting, wrecking havoc on the Giants team. Especially they don't have an offensive line, so be careful. Let's see here, Patrick. Thank you, Tobias. Yes, let Patrick know he's a bandwagon fan, right? Let's see. Noah Brown and Rush make the 53. I mean, I can't see how Rush doesn't make the 53. Cooper Rush has to make the 53. If Noah Brown makes the 53, do you cut a tight end? I don't think you can, because we need both blocking guys, and we're not cutting, of course, Witten and Rico are going to be on there, so that's not happening. And so you have to cut a quarterback. Do you cut Kellen Moore? That's what I would go with. Or do you cut a running back like Alfred Morris, or trade him? Good, man. I'm glad you watched that game, Patrick. It looked like it was a pretty exciting game to be at. Yeah, Kellen Moore does suck ass. I agree with that, even though I just kind of said donkey in a different way. They won't. Hey, how about them Cowboys? They will not cut Rod Smith over Alfred Morris. Alfred Morris does not play special teams. Rod Smith does. Trust me, that makes a big difference in the Cowboys coaching staff. Just based on that, it's not happening. They're not cutting. And I don't think they'll cut Alfred Morris. I think they might try to trade him. Let's see. Frankie G. Jalen Smith and Rod Smith can be playmakers on both sides. I agree. We're going to keep both guys. Of course, Jalen Smith, but we're keeping Rod Smith, guys, number 45. I don't see him being cut at all. And if he is, he'll be picked up by somebody else, guaranteed. Let's see here. Paya and Collins are going to be a problem. Yeah, I agree. Joe Martinez, just keep watching them too. We had a great with Terrell McClain last year. We had with him and Thornton and a couple other guys that we ran through there and cycled through there in our rotational defensive front. We're number one against the run. Expect the same stuff this year with our run defense. We're going to be number one. We're going to be a top team against the run, and we just got to improve that pass defense. I think we will. And again, nobody's really talking about Taco. Taco had some nice plays. He's speedy, going around the corner. I mean, he's putting pressure on the quarterbacks. I like it. He's getting better every game, guys. Taco is looking good, and I'm really excited to see him by midseason maybe becoming more of that first-round pick status that we want from him. But it's still going to be worked in. He's still on a rotational, defensive front. So he's not going to get as many opportunities as maybe everybody thinks that's outside of the Cowboys world, because we don't run that same guys, the whole time on defense. We rotate guys depending on down and distance and depending on the situation. So a lot of those things make a difference. Yeah, Thornton and Crawford. Guys, don't be surprised next season or whenever they got to redo these contracts that Thornton and Crawford might not be on the team. They're maybe overpaid guys. So just keep that in mind that there could be, some releases with these guys next year. Let me see here. Fam, what about Dan Cooper? Dan Cooper? You mean, you talk about Dan Skipper? If Dan Skipper, I do think that Dan Skipper blew a block last night, unfortunately. But I do think that he still is able to make our practice squad this season. He's not going to start. He's not going to make the 53s. There's not enough room. We got to be real about this. But I think Dan Skipper, number 60, he's 6'10", and I think he's a monster out there. I don't think anybody's going to necessarily pick him up right off the waiver list. So I think we can put him back on the practice squad. I hope. Let's see. You could be a Cowboy fan from anywhere, guys, because remember, the Dallas Cowboys are America's team, and they're the world's team. Just saying. Going to McDonald's, what do I want? Let me get 2 Big Macs and large fries. Let's see here. Patrick, let's see. Where are you, Marion Barber, Bledsoe, and T.O.? I was here. I know that, man. I was here. I've been here since Babe Laufenberg, Herschel Walker, Ed Tuttle Jones in the end of his career, and Randy White, Bill Bates. I keep going, guys. Jim Jeffcoat. I remember those guys. Those are my, of course, before that, Danny White, Tony Dorsett, just the whole, the defensive guys I mentioned. A lot. Meet the Mets. We're North Korea's team. Listen, we could be anyone's team. We're the worldwide, man. Worldwide. I don't care. North Korea, there's some good people there. The citizens are good, not the people running the country. And the citizens, go Cowboys. Let's see here. Well, listen, we beat the Giants twice. Or actually, 4 times in a row before last year. So, we shall see. I think that we're going to regain our conquest on the Giants starting this season again. So, we'll see how this first game goes. We'll see. Yeah, I know exactly how about them Cowboys. They don't want us to fail. It's either they love us. We're polarizing. They either love us or they hate us. So, hate away, guys, is okay. But the people that love the Cowboys, truly know the Cowboys, are there forever. Win, lose, or draw. I do too. I miss Marion the Barbarian. That guy, he was probably overpaid, but I love the way he ran. Meet the Mets, 17 Giants. He's been caught. Dan Muhammad, you old. I'm not that young, man. Yeah, I remember going back. I'm talking about Danny White days, man. If you see my introduction video here with myself, it tells the story about myself. Even my mother is in here. My daughter, my fiance, her son. It tells you how we all got into football. And I was there from the beginning. I have my Danny White jersey still. My daughter wears it. Well, wore it when she was smaller, So very proud about that. Yeah, Dan Skipper. There we go. I knew it was fixed up there. Let's see here. Dan Skipper could be signed by the Seahawks who really need. After losing that guy they lost, that left tackle, that's a big loss for the Seahawks. So we'll see. But again, Dan Skipper's not going to jump in as a starter on that team. That's for sure. He's still raw as well. He still needs some work. He did not get cut. Yeah, Dan Skipper did not get cut. In case that's what you're talking about there, Frankie G. Let's see here. Yeah. I don't know about all these old guys, man. All these, the older YouTubers from the Giants and other teams. I don't know who's come and gone. I'm just fresh and new, and no plans to be gone at any time, man. This is a fun thing for us over here at My Cowboys Family to do these live streams with you guys, and I appreciate discussing these situations and these different things with mainly about the Cowboys, obviously, but about all the teams, and but obviously my expertise lies with the Cowboys. Not with the Eagles, Giants, or Redskins, or anybody else. I mean, I enjoy watching it. I know about them, but not as much as I do about the Cowboys. I freely admit that. And, guys, since there's about 15 or 16 of you guys here, make sure I'm going to remind you guys before I log off here, make sure you hit like on the video or thumbs up, whatever it is. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Hit the little notification bell so you can get our live streams. And if you want to sign up for our Fantasy Football League, 20-team league, there's about 6 teams left. Please sign up now. It's in the description. The link is in the description. And it'll be a lot of fun. You could be a rookie. You could be an all-star. It's just for fun. I'm going to answer a couple last questions, guys, and I got to say bon voyage. Let's see. We're turning to 11 o'clock here on the East Coast time. Nice fire with the trash talk. I enjoy trash talk, guys. Just keep it family-friendly as much as possible because there are some kids in the stream. So I want to make sure we keep it somewhat family-friendly. Yeah, we do have Dan Skipper still. No worries there. About the guy from the Giants, I think he's still on the team. I think he's still with the Giants. I'm not sure. You have to ask Meet the Mets about that, or Patrick if he knows that. So let's see here. Let me see. Meet the Mets, the collabs. Listen, guys, we're going to definitely do some collabos on this side with some Cowboy groups. Maybe we do some Giants stuff, first week before the game, before the first regular season game against the Giants. Yeah, and that's another thing. Thank you, Rack. Good warning. And Patrick, I know you like to troll as well and make jokes. I don't mind it, but just keep it cool, all right? Because we do have kids in the stream, so let's try to keep it clean, all right? Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, he's been cut, Meat? That's good to know. So the guy with the DV got cut. That's interesting. I guess he's not that great of a player. We know how the NFL goes, guys. And every team the same. Not just don't pick on the Cowboys because Zeke has this. If he was a Zeke player on the Giants and that same thing happened, then you guys wouldn't cut him. Trust me. No, there's a couple kids on this stream, Rack City, that are they're definitely under 16 that have joined the stream. So I just wanted to make sure, keep it a little clean. Yeah, I know. Just Patrick kind of said the F-bomb. No big deal. I mean, I've heard it. I've said it a million times, but I'm trying to keep it as clean as possible on here. Oh, he's still with the Giants, the DV guy. All right, well, there you go. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with this Giants player. Is he still going to stay on that team or not? But we shall see. Now, listen, guys. I appreciate everything, guys. I'm going to have to get off of here. It is a bit late on my side here, and I do appreciate all the time you guys spent here watching the video, going back and forth with me and letting me know, your thoughts and comments about the game and about everything in the NFL, but it's obviously specializing on the Cowboys. So, again, one last time, hit like. I appreciate it greatly. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I appreciate it. We all appreciate that here. And if you want to join our Fantasy Football League, 20 teams, about 5 or 6 teams left. Just join right down there in our description. You can see it, hit the link, and you can join up. And aside from that, guys, we'll be back on tomorrow. Let me see here. Cool, man. Hey, everybody sub with each other. It's a Cowboys Nation world, and we go with the other teams too, the Giants and the Eagles and Redskins. We'll talk, not trash, but we'll discuss things with them too on their channels and on ours. We keep it keep it friendly, but keep it real. All right, and don't forget, guys, #1 team now and forever. Go Cowboys! All right, guys, take care. Good night, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Go Cowboys.